Now, different sorts of fish breed in different sorts of ways. This aquarium has some Demasoni and some electric yellows, which are what's called mouth brooders. And what these fish will do is the male will secure a territory, and then the male will do this little dance and attract the female into his territory. Then the female will lay the eggs in the place that the male encourages him to, often by laying out the anal fin, which in some cases have egg spots on them, which show the female where to lay the eggs. Then the female picks the eggs up in her mouth. The male fertilizes the eggs while she's picking them up and tries to fertilize them in the female's mouth. And then after that, the female pretty much shoots through, because a male will try to breed with as many females as he possibly can, and the females will try to breed with the most dominant and strong males that have the best territories, pretty much like the best looking bloke with the biggest house. But then there's other fish, such as a lot of your American cichlids, which pair up, and they are in general substrate spawners. And what these fish will do is often dig a little nest, dig a little crater in the bottom, and then a male and female pair will create a bond. Then the female will lay the eggs, the male will look after the territory, and the female will look after the actual eggs. And they form a great little bond, and in some cases, if you lose one of those fish, they won't pair up again, depending on what the species of fish is. But your substrate spawners will usually be very aggressive at breeding time, they will be very territorial at breeding time, and they will really stick together. And they tend to raise their own young, whereas your mouth brooders just will go somewhere that they think is safe and just release the babies and then basically try and have another batch. So different sorts of cichlids breed in different sorts of ways, and what you got to try not to encourage in your aquarium is crossbreeding, where the wrong male crosses with the wrong female. So if you are serious about breeding, you really should have a species tank in which you have a certain fish in the tank, so you know that they're not going to breed with the wrong ones and you're not going to end up with mongrel fish. Anyway, if you've got any tips and wisdom about your experience with cichlid breeding, put a little comment down the bottom.